God bless you, and thank you for tuning back in. You're listening to ChristianLivingRadio.com. I'm Pastor G, and today we're going to continue into our 40 days of getting rid of stinking thinking. Today is day 28, and the topic is, and get ready for this one, I'm keeping it 100 with you, okay? The topic is, I can't stand that person. Ooh, they just make me sick. How many said that? Remember, we're getting rid of stinking thinking. And the thought that says, I can't stand that person, they make me sick. We're getting rid of those thoughts. Renewing our minds. Are you ready? We've all had that someone in our life at one point or another that we can barely stand to be around. Now, come on, somebody. Tell the truth. You know. Who's with me out there on this one? You know who it is, and you know you've had that person in your life. So you might as well tell the truth, fess up. You know it just like I know it. Just even thinking about that person right now is making you sick. Sick to your stomach. Am I right? They can say and do things that just make you absolutely nuts. You get mad for no reason. You're just frustrated. Your hair is up on your neck. You don't even realize why. Don't even know why. They just make it happen. They have that ability. Well, beloved, this type of thinking is what we need to work on and get rid of. You see, this is a sort of emotion that robs us of our own happiness that God intended for us. Once those thoughts are gone, we can begin to enjoy life again and other people in the manner to which God intended. So I hope, beloved, you're ready for this. I hope you're ready. Let's dig in. Let's get to work on this subject right here. I can't stand that person, man. They just make me sick. We're working on that. We're working on that right now. You see, our thoughts are not just our own emotions. They're what drives us. They can control us, our behavior, our reactions, our actions to others. But the good thing is that we can master those emotions. We can master those emotions. And as we dig deeper into this thing, we're going to discover how and the reason why. This is where the real work is going to begin. We've been working on our stinking thinking. So now we need to dig a little deeper, peel this onion back layer by layer, and let's dig a little deeper into the emotions which tend to direct our thoughts like a dog on a leash. In the Bible, Genesis 4:7 says, "Is it not true that if you do what is right, you will be fine? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to dominate you, but you must subdue it." It wishes to dominate you, but you must subdue it. In other words, God wouldn't tell you to do something that he doesn't give you the power to do. That's 2 Timothy 1:7. For God gave us a spirit, not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. So let me go back up and reiterate a few things here. Our emotions can control us, can make our behaviors just outrageous and make us outraged and do things we shouldn't do and we regret at times. So we got to learn how to apply these biblical principles to help us control that behavior, that thought process, that emotion that tends to take control over us. But in essence, and within right, according to the will of God, he already gave us power over that thing. Power, love, and a sound mind is what the other Bible says. This one says self-control. See, we must master our emotions. God gave us special gifts. You read about them all throughout the scriptures. Power, love, a sound mind, self-discipline, and from the ASV version, self-control. So remember, you do have the power of self-control, which means you no longer have to be led by your emotions. Think about that. Many, many times, our emotions lead us. So we don't have to be led by our emotions no more. They'll be led by you. This means that no one can upset you and make you mad, make you blow a fuse, punch a wall. I call it blowing a head gasket, going off on somebody, unless you allow it. We ourselves have the power to allow others to affect our emotions. See, we can allow them to do that, or we can choose to not allow them to do it. We can take control because God gave us that power. God instilled the love in us. That love's a two-way street where you can see through the faults of others and still love them through something. So you don't have to let people control you anymore, where you're at that point where you're just like, man, I don't even know what happened. I just blew up. I don't even know what happened, man. She just made me so upset I blew up. Or wives, you know. I just told him off. I don't even know why. So we're getting a grip on why. Because sin is crouching at the door. Sin is always waiting, lurking in the shadows to disrupt your lives. And if you do not start to take control over this thing, this emotion, these thoughts, then sin can enter in very easily and disrupt everything around you. So understand the meaning Be angry, but sin not. Read Ephesians 4:26. In a nutshell, we need to understand that the sinful part of anger is the blaming of someone else for our own emotions and taking it out on others. How many have done that? How many have done this in your lives? And you have so much pride or sinful nature that you just refuse to apologize. Blame others for your being upset. You're getting pissed off. And I'm using them words because it's an emotion. And then we take it out on others. But the right thing to do is to express your thoughts and emotions to God, your Father. Tell Him all about it. You see, once you start to converse with Him and you open up to Him and you develop this relationship that He longs for, powerful things can happen. And forgive me for my voice and sounds. The surgery is really has an effect. But I'm healing in the name of Jesus. So what I want you to do is you develop these one-on-one relationship with Him. Tell Him how this makes you feel. Tell Him what you're feeling right then and there. He understands, and He'll help you through it. He'll help you when you're honest and open to Him. That's what He wants, is a relationship, right? And that relationship will help us in this process of getting rid of all these nasty thoughts, all these words, this stinking thinking we've been working on. It opens a doorway up for God to get sin out. After all, when Jesus was on the earth, He was in a human body, just like the rest of us. And just like the rest of us, Jesus experienced the range of human emotions. While He was here on earth, He experienced that range of human emotion. So you see, not only is God sympathetic to us in our emotional humanness, He is empathetic. This is such an amazing concept. We may have to revisit this after these 40 days and dig deeper into these discussions and expand on things together. I'm praying and believing that you'll start to email me and ask more questions or open my mind up to different things that haven't been exposed, or what you've experienced through this 40 days of getting rid of stinking thinking. Humble yourselves and learn to forgive. By the renewing of our minds, we are able to let go of old expectations and emotional holds that we've placed on others. Sometimes, we can have expectations